hello, and hello. How y'all doing today? Welcome to Best of Hope. It's Tuesday. I'm here to give you a Tuesday goodness, your Tuesday greatness, your Tuesday time to step away from the work week and what's going on in the world, which is a lot earthquake, hurricane. Oh my Lord, fire and brimstone rolling down. Jesus is coming, thunderstorm. God is speaking through the thunder and the lightning, y'all. If you're in the land of the living, just give God praise because there's a lot happening, right? So I'm here to give you a Tuesday goodness, your Tuesday greatness, right? For us to step away and for us to just have a conversation, for us to chill and chat a little bit, right? So hello to each and every one of you. Thank you all for joining, for being a part today. I appreciate you all that take time out from your work week to just come on and just for us to talk. Or for those of you that say, hey, I'm gonna take my lunch break when Vessel Hope is on, right? I'm gonna take a little snack break, or you go in the bathroom and you have the phone on in the cubicles. Let me just say this real quick before we go on. When I used to when I was working working at the old church, the church that I came out from, and sometimes I get there early, like 8:30, and you had a rough night, like you just left service. Sunday night, I mean, you were having like a fire from service. 10 o'clock, you leaving, you get home by 11:30, 12 o'clock, depending if you had to wait to be 1 o'clock in the morning. Then you get up to go to work. I'm at work at 8:30. So sometimes I'll go in the bathroom, lock the cubicles, and I'll just throw back after I clean it down, of course. Throw back, and I'll just take me a 5 minute nap. I just had to do that, right? So for those of you that's in your cubicle, in the bathroom, leave your cubicle, go in the bathroom right now. Take a little 5 minute break to talk to me. I appreciate it, right? So welcome. Go ahead, like, love, and share. For those of you there that are on Facebook, I need you to go ahead and show me some love. I need you to share. I need you to subscribe. I need you to comment, do what you need to do. And for those of you that are there on YouTube, I need you to give me a like. I need you to click the notification bar. Do what you got to do so that if someone is not hearing and not listening and know what's going on, they say, who that lady in that red glass? I see her popping up on this person page all that time. Let me hear what she got to say. And you can get the credit for that because you shared it, right? Praise the Lord. It costs you nothing to share, right? So let's go on. Today we're going to be having a conversation. So we're talking about watch out for the stripes, right? Watch out for the stripes, right, Prophet Sharice? We're talking about watch out for the stripes, Prophet guys. So here, we're going to talk about watch out for the stripes. You know the saying. You know it. You heard it. You probably said it yourself and maybe said it in the wrong way. Because when I looked up this saying, I was like, oh, I've been saying it. Prophet Loretta, I've been saying it wrong all my life. All my life I had to fight, right? So I've been saying it wrong. Then I realized, okay, this is the right way. You know the saying, a leopard doesn't change his spots. And man, isn't that true? Isn't that true? When you see a leopard, you know a leopard. A leopard doesn't change his spot, right? And the meaning is, and I quote, this is what they said the meaning is, person's basic nature, core personality, or bad habits cannot be changed even if they try or claim they have. Man, y'all, if you look at it in the spiritual world, you're gonna be like, that's a Leviathan. That's like that's a Delilah, right? It's like, my goodness, even if they try, like, it's like it can't, it's like it's embedded in them. Like you say that about some people like, oh my God, they're a leopard. They're not gonna change. And Mother P says this when she talks about certain individuals. She's like, they're not gonna change. And I'm usually like, how you know, Mother P? God can change everybody. She's like, I'm telling you, they're not gonna change. They're not gonna change. But those are the leopards, right? Those are the ones that have stripes that you wish for the best. Like you hope, you're like, oh my God, I hope this person changed. I hope this person is different, right? Prophet Cherie says, and a zebra doesn't change the stripes. Absolutely, they do. You cannot. I was thinking about this. Yeah, I was thinking about this today actually. I like to watch Madagascar, and the one of the episodes, one of the Madagascar in Africa, where the zebra, I forgot his name, he went into to when he went to Africa, and he thought he was the unique zebra. He thought he was like the bomb diggy. He's the only one. Then he met the other ones, and they're like, "What? There's more like you." And so they're all cool and so on and so forth. And then his best friend Marty couldn't recognize him, right? Because when he's in the midst of all of the zebra, Marty got all confused because now they're all one zebra, all zebras, but different, right? So Marty was like, wait, but you're this guy. No, it's not him. It's not him. So you see, it's the same. The zebra doesn't change his stripes. You mix up in them, it's always the same thing. So we see, we got to watch out for the stripes, right? But here's what we say. We say sometimes, this is what I like to say. Sometimes those individuals can be chameleons, right? They can be chameleons. They're still a leopard, but they act like a kitten. They can't hurt nobody, right? There's a chameleon. People, probably this guy who fit into different situations. Probably this guy said, Mother P is perfectly right. It will not change. But, um, 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 Lord Jesus. Mother Dennis must have said the same thing too, right? Then I change. If I say Annette, then I change. Then I can change, right? Right? Yeah, older folks, they know. Listen to their wisdom. They know, right? So I say some of the people that you're like, oh, they're leopards. No, sometimes they're chameleons. They're chameleons. So they're not leopards. They act like kittens, but literally they're there who try to who are there to harm you. Prophet Brother said a leopard cannot change their spots. Listen, it's facts, and this is true. Really cannot, because this is how they're born. And sometimes we have to really look into that with individuals. Sometimes you say, oh, that person so and so, why are they like that? It's like that's how they're born. That's how they are. We in the Christian realm, we're gonna say they're wolves in sheep's clothing, right? That's how they're just wolves in sheep's clothing, and probably yes, that's just how some people are. Some people, you hope for the best, you wish for the best. You say, oh my gosh, this person's kind of nice. I hope they change, but it's like they can't. As I'm talking, I'm sure many of you are like, there's people that's running in your head right now. You're like, oh my gosh, you're right. Like that person just can't. They just can't. Apostle told one time. Apostle said, they just can't help it. And it's true, because what? Because some people are born Delilahs. For those of you, as I keep referencing Delilahs, Apostle Priest, and they go back and watch it. It was a few Sundays ago. Do you know your Delilah? Some people are born Delilahs. Some people are born Leviathan. They just can't change. They just can't be different. They're just who they are. And I'm saying this in a negative way. They're negative in a negative way that they are. They're just some people that are born to be connivers. Why do you think there's a Judas? Why do you think there was a Nebuchadnezzar? Why do you think there was a Pharaoh? That's their job. That's their task, to be your villain in life, right? But sometimes, because you look at them so nicely and you say, they're not a leopard, that's a kitten. That's a nice person. They're chameleon, and you got to watch out for the spots. Watch out for their stripes, right? Watch out for their stripes, right? You know what I'm talking about. You have to be careful, as they say, for the ones who laugh in your face and stab you in the back. Watch out. Watch out for them. And I'm not even talking about getting all spiritual or deep and say, oh, we got to have discernment. Something's just common sense. Something's just common sense. You know the saying? Fool me once, that's shame on you. Fool me twice, that's shame on me. Fool me three times, I mean, the whole, it's over. It's done. But fool me once is shame on you. But if I walk into the same trap again, that's shame on me, because I haven't recognized the stripes. So you have to watch out for the stripes, right? Again, be careful of those who laugh in your face, but they stab you in the back, right? This can be anyone. This can be your family, even your own kids. This can be your boss, even the church leaders or the church members. Watch out. Watch out for those stripes. Let's be a song. Prophet Sharice, watch out for those stripes, right? Watch out for the stripes, right? I'm saying this because if someone does something that hurts you and you bring it to their attention and they do it again, they will constantly repeat it, because what? This is who they are. This is who they are. That's a stripe you have to watch out for. Watch that stripe. If you keep telling someone, when you do that, this hurt. When you do something like that, it gets to me, right? You're like, oh, okay. You know what? Pray for me. Oh my God, I need mercy. Well, we're praying for you, Eunice. Eunice, in Jesus' name, touch Eunice right now. Give her mercy. Touch her even now. Strengthen her in Jesus' name. Amen. We're praying for you, Eunice. We're praying for you. We're praying for you. So you have to be careful. Watch out for those people with the stripes, right? Watch out for them. That they say, if you say, I don't like when you speak to me in that tone. But every time they speak to you, is the same tone that you told them you don't like that they speak to you in. What is it? That's a stripe. And then they're gonna say, but that's just who I am. Well, if that's who you are, I don't want to be around this you. I don't want want to be around this you. If you cannot maneuver your tone to speak to someone in a better way, in a polite way, or a way, of course, sometimes you have to raise that tone if you want to be strict, raise that tone if you want to be firm. But if every time you're gonna have a firm tone, and I'm telling you, you know what? It doesn't even call for that. Like we joking, we're having a laugh. Why you have this tone? Why you speaking this way? And it's a constant. That's a stripe. Watch out for it. Watch out for that stripe. Smile in your face all the time. All the time. Want to take your place back. Backstabber. You're right, Props Loretta. You're right. Watch out for those. Watch out for those people. Watch out for those people. Watch for the one that says, "I don't understand why you always pick up for that person and they never pick up for you." If every time you're talking to someone and you're telling them a story, or you're relaying a story of one individual, the same individual every time, and every time it's your fault, every time it's your fault, then you have the problem. And something is wrong. You need to go see some psychiatrist, get some medication or something, because something is wrong if it's always your fault. But if every time, like those, like when I come to Apostle, and if I'm having a problem with someone and I'm coming to her, I don't want every time I come to her, she's like, well, Marcelle, you got to fix that. It's all you. It's your problem. You got to deal with that. Every time, every time. Sometimes I would like for her to say, but she doesn't do this. She doesn't. She's not like Marcel. You have a problem. If I am the problem, she'll tell me. But just, you know what? Well, you know what? We need to look at it. Maybe this or maybe that. You know what? Oh, that's that person. That's how they personally. That's what they do all the time. That's how they act. That's so and so. What is that? Because you kind of want some more. What's the word? Some reassurance, right? That, hey, you know what? You're not the problem all the time. It's someone else. But if every time you go to someone and you're telling them something and they keep saying you're the problem, something's wrong. Watch out for that stripes. That one person keep telling you you're the problem, but everyone is saying, no, that's not it. It's them. It's this. It's that. Watch out for that. Watch out for those stripes, right? But you have to be aware and remember that a leopard doesn't change his spots. Remember that. A leopard doesn't change his spot. He can't. Why? Because he was born that way. He is born a leopard. He cannot change and become a monkey. He can't change and become a tiger. He's a leopard. So if you see a leopard, watch out. Watch out. And something like, oh no, well, that person's a good person. Like I hear some people sometimes. Some people will say, oh, this person was this way, but they changed. Y'all, that person stabbed you in the back 5 times. And all of a sudden, now they change and now they're good to you, and now they're not gonna do it again. Y'all. My Angelo said, if someone show you who they are, believe them. This is true. Believe them. If someone shows you that they mean you no good, believe them. Those are stripes. Those are stripes. Maybe they mean someone else well. Maybe they need someone else better, but it's not for you. It's not for you. So you have to watch out for the stripe. You have to keep an eye and not just what's being said, like I always say, but what's not being said. Watch out for the things that someone is not saying to you. Watch out. Watch out for the things what someone's not saying. I love to watch documentaries. I was watching a documentary the other day, and this lady, she was so in love with this guy and so on and so forth. So he would say that she would constantly say that she loved him, she loved him. And he would just say he's fond of her. And he said, no, I didn't love her, but I didn't tell her that. I just said I'm fond of her. I mean, if you keep telling somebody you love them and they can't say they're fond of you, that's a stripe. It means he don't want you, boo, right? Because your love is deeper than his love is, right? So anyway, so the lady ended up she just ended up being crazy. She killed a woman to steal a baby. Oh, it was insane. It was insane, all because she wanted to stay in this relationship. She told the man she was pregnant because she knew that he didn't want to be with her anymore. So he always wanted to have kids, and she couldn't have kids because she had a mastectomy. All of her stuff was gone, her uterus, everything was gone. She couldn't have kids, so then she faked the pregnancy, and then 10 months later, the baby ain't come yet. So she had a friend that was pregnant, so she ended up going to the friend's house, killing the friends, taking out the baby, and trying to act like the baby's hers. But police found her, the baby died. I mean, it's a whole mess. Why? All because the guy just kept saying, I'm fond of you. But she said, I love you. She kept saying, I love you. What? That's a stripe. Get out of that. Get out of that. No one want to be saying, I love you to someone, and they say, oh, you're nice. Can you imagine that? Oh, come on now. If I say I love you, I want it to be reciprocated. I want you to say it. Even if you don't mean it, make me feel good and say you love me, right? Come on now, right? So again, we have to watch out not just for what people say, but for what they do not say, right? If someone, if someone hurts you, if they say, if you didn't do it this way, I wouldn't have done that. What is that? That's not taking responsibility. That's you putting the blame on me. That's you're not saying you're sorry. You're saying if you didn't do this, I wouldn't have done that. Instead of you saying, you know what, I'm sorry. And sometimes a sorry go a long way. Perhaps Loretta is Pastor Marcelle, wrong person. You're in the wrong show right now. This is Vessel of Hope, not prophetic declaration. Right? Right? So someone says, I promise you. Someone says, love you too, Props Loretta. Like, yeah. If someone says, if you didn't do it that, if you didn't do that, I wouldn't have done this. That's not what you want to hear. You want to hear, you know what? I'm sorry. I'm sorry that happened. Or even they tell you this, don't say these words, but this is the word that you can't, that I like, that I think someone, if you say that, that shows that you're holding responsibility. Even you're taking responsibility, even if you don't fully believe it, taking responsibility. Even if you just say, you know, I'm sorry that I made you feel that way. That's you saying, you know what? I made you feel that way and I'm sorry. I don't think that you should have felt that way, but I made you feel that way and I'm sorry. I'm sorry that I made you feel that way. So something just as simple as that. But if someone say, if you didn't do this, then I wouldn't have done that. That's not an apology. That's stripes you need to watch out for. That's someone that doesn't want to take accountability. You know, even if someone says, if you overheard someone saying something negative about you, and when you confront them, they will say to you, well, I didn't say that, but I heard you. I heard you, y'all. That thing just, oh, let me say what the white people say. That thing ticks me off when you tell someone, but this is what you just said. I never said that. What? A pastor and I say from now on, you need to start recording conversations with people, because people just get like what I like to say. They like to get subconscious amnesia. That's not what I said. That's not what I said. This is exactly, I'm quoting you word for word. It's exactly what you said. So what is that? That is those are stripes. Those are stripes of individual. They're in denial of things that they said to you, and now they're making you look like something's wrong with you, right? So we have to be careful. It really is. It shows humility to say you're sorry. Yeah, absolutely, probably, Loretta. Absolutely. You know what's funny? When kids are little and you do something, or they think you did something to them, they'll come to you and they say, you say you're sorry. And you look at them like, I'm not telling the kid I'm sorry. But say you're sorry. And they'll cry, they get upset because they understand how important that word is, how it makes you feel different, how you take accountability just to say I'm sorry. And then the person that's receiving that sorry can say, wow, oh, that made me feel good. You know, I see your stripes, but I see that you're sincere and sorry about that. And also on the flip side, you got to be careful of those people who will say sorry too, but they'll do the same thing again. This is why you don't just listen to what people say. You watch what they do not say, because people can say they're sorry and still hurt you again. You know those abusive relationship. Oh, I'm sorry when you run and leave. I'm sorry, I love you, I won't do it again. 2 days later, same thing. What's that? The words, right? What about when they say, well, if I hurt you, oh, this is why I said it's best to say, I'm sorry I made you feel that way. But if they say, if I hurt you, I'm sorry. No, there's no if, because I'm telling you you hurt me. So there's no if to it. Because again, if it's a conjunction. So if there's an if, that means that person don't think they hurt you. And that's not a sincere sorry. You're just saying that to move along so we don't have to deal with it again. No, I'm sorry I made you feel that way. Because I'm sorry I made you feel that way, because how you felt was not acceptable. It's not how you want someone that you love or someone you care for to feel sorrow, to feel angry, to feel anguish, to feel agony. So I'm sorry that I made you feel that way. But if I hurt you, I'm sorry. Not if you hurt me. The kids will say that you hurt me, you hurt my knee, and you hurt me. So that's not an apology, Pops Loretta. And I know you know. We cancel that. That's not. Take it back. I'll be like, no, just take that back because that's not an apology. Because when you say if, that means there's more to it and you're not sorry. Right, Barbara? So I know you agree with me on that one. Right? So we cannot be naive to think that everyone means the best for you. Don't be naive to think it. Everyone do not mean the best for you. And I think sometimes we really think so. You want to, and there's some people who want to believe the best in people. That's great. That's a wonderful trait that you have. You can't take that away from someone if everything they think about someone is wow. They try to put positive out of that. That's amazing. That's wonderful. But not everyone think the best of you. Right? Yeah, Prophet Retta. Know the stripes. Know the stripes around you. Absolutely. Not everyone means the best for you. There are some people that are in your life that just want to make sure that you do not make it. They are. There's some people that stay in your life because they want to make sure you do not make it. Watch, watch. Why do you want to do that? That's what they say to you. That's not gonna work. I don't think that's for you. I don't think that's for you, I don't think you should do that. I don't think you should go back to school or go back to college. You're so old, you're so busy, it's hard, it's gonna be tough. Just don't do that. What are that? Those are stripes. Watch out for those people. Watch out for the people that don't even praise you in a little bit. Right? Don't even praise you in a little bit. You tell them, oh man, yo, I'm so happy I was able to pay all my bills and I got $10 to live off of. Oh, you did it. Girl, look at you. You going, oh, keep it up. And then they have the one that say, only $10? Girl, you can't do nothing with that. No, that's a stripe. That's a stripe. I know it's simple. It's simple, but that's a stripe. You have to watch out. Watch out for the ones that's not trying to push you, not trying to motivate you, right? Even the people that want to make sure that your kids are not successful. Watch out for those people too. Watch out for those people too. They'll say to you, don't worry about them. Just leave them. If they don't study, that's okay. They're gonna be all right. Not in my house. Not in my house. Yes, that's why I text them. It's terrible for someone to say that you and know they hurt. Yeah, absolutely, absolutely. I can't stand people. That's not it. That's not an apology. That's you just trying to save face and trying to move away from the situation and move on. No, let's deal with it. You didn't say you're sorry. If you hurt me, you did hurt me. And then they get and then they get mad when you tell them no, but you did hurt me. No, but if I did, no, you did. You did. Then now we're having a whole other argument about this, right? So we have to be careful. Prophet Cherie said some people just hang around you, don't mean you any good. It's hard for a person to change their innate deep character within and still have the same face. Listen, it's hard for some to change their innate character and still have a same face. There's some people who are good. Again, what did I say before? There's some people that are born Delilahs. There's some people that are born the Nebuchadnezzars. They're born Pharaohs. They're born Judas. They're born Leviathan. There's some people that are born just to be that. That can be amazing in front of you and in front of everyone, and then all of a sudden they cut you. All of a sudden they bring you down. You're like, what? Oh, I didn't know you had that in you. Woo! You were such a nice person. You ever heard a scandal about someone and you couldn't believe? You're like, nah, that's not that person. That's not that person. That person's always nice. Always have a great character. They're always sweet. They're always this. What is that? That's the stripes. And they'll show you. So people show you their stripes, and what you do, you just that's just a one day thing, or that's just them. And that's what we do. We pacify people. That's just them. Yeah, well, that's just them, but that's just them, and I'm gonna stay away from that's just them. Right? So again, be careful. Some people mean your kids no success as well. They'll tell you that's how this generation is. Just let them be. No, don't let them be. Don't let them be. Because how this generation is, they going around. They go. I saw the news the other day. This teenager, y'all. I was telling the pastor, I was like, we gotta stop. I gotta stop watching news, but I want to know. I want to know what's in the know. The other day, this 15-year-old, I'm so many humans saw him, as 15 or 16, a teenager, went around and was ringing doorbells and like basically saying, I'm gonna kill you, and had a mask on, and then went and killed the old person in the street. That's a teenager. We found just the other day a teenager, 13-year-old, a 13-year went out and just killed his little brother and went and killed the neighbors and then killed himself. We found the other day, even as we just saw in Thailand, the teenager that went killed his grandparents at home, went to school and shot up the school and then killed himself. Oh, so that's just this generation. That's the generation we're dealing with. And that's the generation that the chameleon, right? The leopard is telling you, just let them be. That's how this generation is. Watch out for that stripes. Watch out for that stripe, Prophetess Guy. Watch out for that. We're not gonna, Prophetess, we're not gonna talk about the generation. We're just gonna say it as that, and we're gonna move on because you know how we get on this generation. So we have to be careful. Not everyone mean your kids well. If they're saying, "Oh, that's a new hairstyle," let your child have that. That's a new hairstyle. That's what they're wearing in the street. Just let them get that hairstyle. That's the new style. Let them get that new style. That's the new kind of sneakers. Let them get them new sneakers. What is that teaching your child? Everything you see, you're gonna get, and if they don't get it, it's uproar. Then they want to come and kill you, right? You just unplug the Wi-Fi in the house. Again, I need to stop watching this news. I saw this video the other day. A teenager, again, a teenager mother told him clean up his room because he's playing his game and stuff, and he didn't want to do that, so she plugs out the Wi-Fi, and he gets upset. So he gets a knife and he starts going uproar, telling her plug in the Wi-Fi. She locks herself in the room. He's stabbing the door to come in, and he's telling, "I'm gonna kill you because you're not gonna unplug that because you're not gonna plug back in the Wi-Fi." The child's 12 years old. That's his generation. See what I'm saying? That's this generation, right? So we have to be careful. We have to be careful. Not everyone means well for your kids. They want your kids to be wayward, right? So we're gonna take you off there because we're not PayPaling you. Um, we're not doing that. We you know what, Mr. Father Johnny? Why don't you cash app me? Marcel Sampson, right? Cash out Marcel Sampson, right? Why don't you cash out me? You're watching this show. You cash out me. You go ahead. We're not doing that today. When they do it to Apostle, Apostle can't say nothing because she's deep in, but I'm gonna say something. Not up in here. Not up in. We're not doing that today. We're not doing that today. Vessel Hope need new equipment and new things, but I don't see you cash out me, Johnny. But you want me to send you PayPal. Get out of here. I'm not the one. You're on the wrong show. Go over there. Go over there to feed a straight show. Not over here in Vessel of Hope. So let's continue. Now John didn't get me all upset. It's too hot for this. It's too hot for this, right? Father Johnny. With a name like Father Johnny. Oh man. Let me start. Okay, let's move on because we gotta finish. We're almost done, right? Right. So again, we gotta be careful. Not everyone means well. Not everyone mean your kids well. They want your children to be wayward. They want your grandchildren to be wayward. So we have to be careful of those stripes because their grandkids are not well, because their kids didn't turn out well. So what? They want to put that on your kids, your grandkids. When you want to listen to advice, if you're listening to parenting advice, look at how that person, child or children came out, right? And this is why I tell people you can listen to other people because I don't think we came out bad, right, Apostle? I don't think we turned out horrible. So Apostle like my man, I don't think so either. So listen to Mother P and her advice, right? Because we didn't turn out horrible, but you want to listen to someone who they have a child in jail, they have a he brother John. Oh Lord, you see how Mother P? You do not. Right? Do not step in and defend you, or do not walk away from that conversation after they defend you. That's a stripe. Those people that sit down and they want to hear everything, and then your name come up, and they're supposed to be your friend or someone that they care for, and your name come up, and there's negativity in that, and they're sitting there and don't say anything. That's a stripe. That person don't have your back. So watch out for those stripes. So God Himself gives us caution about the stripes of others. Watch this in Jeremiah 9:4-6, Message Bible, and we're going to finish. Jeremiah 9:4-6, Message Bible says it this way: be aware, right? We're back on. We're back on. Jeremiah 9, Message Bible says, be wary of even long-time neighbors. Watch out for them neighbors. I'm always watching out my neighbor. I'm like, oh, the other day I said, oh, who that now? Oh, I thought that was you. I thought I was about some Johnny come back again with somebody else this time. So be aware. Be careful of the watch. It says in Jeremiah 9:4-6. Be aware of even be wary of even long-time neighbors, right? Don't even trust your grandmother. I said, Lord, this is serious. Not even your grandmother? Come on. Don't even trust your grandmother. That's what I said in the beginning. Watch out for the stripes. Your stripe can come from your family, your kids, your co-workers, even those in leadership. Watch out, right? It said, don't even trust your grandmothers. Brothers scheme against brothers. Oh, watch that. Brothers scheme against brothers scheme against sisters, sisters scheme against brothers, sisters scheme against sisters. Watch that, right? Like old Jacob, like old cheating Jacob. See what? Remember what Jacob did? Remember Jacob did to Esau? They scheme. They scheme against you, right? Friends against friend. Spread malicious gossip. What I told you, those are stripes. Friend against friend. Friend against spread malicious gossip. Stripes. Neighbors. Jives neighbors. Gyps neighbors. Neighbors, gyps neighbors. Never telling the truth. They've trained their tongues to tell lies, and now they cannot tell the truth. It's just rhyming over here, Jesus. It's just rhyming, Lord. And never tell the truth. They pile wrong upon wrong, stack lies upon lies, and refuse to know me. What is that? Stripes. Watch out for the stripes. Watch out for the neighbor, the grandmother, the brother that's like a Jacob. And I'm thankful. Apostle and I were talking. We are thankful that our siblings are not like that. But I know some families that got some siblings that are like that, right? That scheme against you, right? That cheats against you, that want what's rightfully yours, fight you for it. So what are those? Those are stripes. Watch out for the family, the neighbors, the grandmothers, the brothers, the friends. Watch out for them. Watch out for those stripes, right? So that's all I have for you today. Let's go before this storm bursts and then we really cut off before I say goodbye. I love and appreciate each and every. Let me pray for you for you, Lord. I thank you for your people. Thank you for keeping them. I pray that they will watch out for those stripes. Lord, it may come in the form of a friend, of a spouse, of a sibling, of a child, of a boss, of a leader, whoever it comes in the form of. Let them know it. Let them see it. Let them stay away from it. Watch out. Keep them from the dangers. Keep them from the harm, Lord. I thank you to continue to keep your people. Bless them indeed. In Jesus' name, amen. I love you. I appreciate you. Watch out for the stripes. We're on tonight on the prayer line at 8 o'clock, and I'll see you here next week, Tuesday, same time, same place. For best of hope. Love you. Mwah. Bye now.